He's Mark McGwire, the Padres bench coach, and hit 583 home runs in his career. Joins us in the Continental Tire Coach's Corner, the Padres bench coach, Mark McGwire. Mac, good to talk to you. How you doing?
Fine, thanks, man. Thanks for having me, Dan. Really appreciate it.
Last time you took BP?
Oh, geez, when I played.
What if you took
16
it
years ago?
What if you took it today? How would you do?
I hurt. My back hurts. My knee hurts. I'm hurting all over. You know, I think about getting up every morning, how much I ache, and then I think about what these football players go through, and I'm like, holy, I'm a baseball player, and I feel this way. I can only imagine what football players feel like after 16 years of retirement, you know.
Were you ever recruited to play football?
Not that I could do it. No. I tried it in high school my freshman year. I didn't really care for it. I just thought there was too many practices and just play one game a week. To me, it wasn't worth it.
But then
my brother did, though, you know.
But did you play with Anthony Munoz at USC?
No, he was before me. But, you know, a quick story about him. They had his jersey, and you could wrap it around me twice. His baseball jersey when he played. When he was a pitcher there too.
Yeah.
So can you imagine that? No.
Quite an athlete though. And didn't he play third base too? Pitcher, third base.
I don't know. I'm sure he did. I just remember hearing the stories about him pitching and stuff, and that would be uncomfortable with that, wouldn't it? Oh
yeah, to see him down there at third base, you know, looked like he was, you know, creeping in on you, as big as he was. What was your reaction when you heard Aaron Judge broke your rookie home run record?
Oh, I've been following it. I mean, it was awesome. I mean, Aaron's a stud, man. Bona fide home run hitter. I mean, I've been. I sat at home yesterday before I had to drive up to L.A. for a game last night. I saw number 49. Then I had to go. Got in the car, started driving. Saw that he was coming up, and I saw that he hit the home run, number 50 on the MLB app, and couldn't be any happier for him. I mean, it's man, he's had just a terrific year. I saw his interview. Very, very humble. He was a little bit embarrassed to do the curtain call, but I want to tell you, Aaron, if you're listening, get used to it. It's just appreciation. What fans are they're just showing the appreciation of how great you are and what your season was like. And on top of it, the Yankees are winning. They're going to the playoffs. It's even better.
What do you remember about your rookie year when you hit 49?
Wow. Well, I remember going into spring training. I wasn't supposed to make the ball club. And I believe Aaron and I had pretty much a similar incident. And as far as being rookies, we came up, had a cup of coffee the year before, didn't do so well. Had to go in spring training, had to win a job. I was the last person to be the last player to be selected on the team. I didn't start out playing every day, I think, until the end of April. So it was just one of those things. And the next thing you know, I started hitting all these home runs, and I had 33 at the break. And people were talking about me going after Maris's record back in 1987. So it's a blur. It's 30 years ago, if you can believe that. Aaron wasn't even born at the time. So it's just, I mean, it was incredible. I mean, I was hitting home runs since I was Little League. You know, I led the nation in college hitting home runs. So it was really, that was my swing. I was a home run hitter. Didn't know I was going to do what I did in 87, but it sure did happen.
But there is that stretch where you go through the league once, maybe go through twice, then all of a sudden they're adjusting to you. Did that happen to you? Because it felt like that's what happened to Judge, too.
Well, it did. It did this year. But you know what? You got to think about it. This is his first year playing 6 consecutive months. You know, minor leagues, you play 5 months and it's over with. You don't get that extra month. So your body is trained to only play for 5 months. Now you're in the big leagues. Your body's like going, wait a minute, I got to go another month. Well, you know, you're playing every day at this level and playing in New York and winning the travel, it wears on you. And yeah, I mean, there isn't a player that's played this game that doesn't have a downtime during the 6 months of the season. He did, but the last couple of weeks when I was watching, he was getting more patient. He was letting the game come back to him. He wasn't trying to chase it. He was getting his walks, and next thing you know, he's getting pitches to hit, and he's got 50, and who knows where he's going to end. He's got 6 more games left.
He's Mark McGwire, Continental Tire Coach's Corner, the Padres bench coach. You're also talking about, people talk about this launch angle now. It feels like that's the new catchphrase here with guys hitting home run. Explain that to me. Are you teaching launch angle with the Padres?
No, not really. I don't really understand it either. I guess I must have had good launch angle back in the day because, I mean, that's all I did is hit fly balls. I mean, I remember when Tony La Russa would get in the rooms with the hitters and this guy, stop hitting the ball in the air, stop hitting the ball in the air. But hey, McGwire, you keep on hitting the ball in the air. Because I was a fly ball hitter. I mean, that's just the way it is. It's just the way my swing happened, and the ball just left the ballpark. It's I don't really understand it. Can it help some players? Yeah, but it's got to be the right person, I guess. I mean, it's like you can't have a little guy and teach a little guy to have launch angle. The guy's got to have some kind of a talent, some kind of strength, But I'll tell you, I mean, Aaron's been hitting home runs for a while. It's not like it was a secret or not. It's just a matter when you get to the big leagues, they're around the plate a lot more. They're throwing harder, but they're missing a lot more too, but they're missing inside that 17 inches, and it's like, wow, look what he's doing.
Well, why the jump in home runs? Why the most home runs in the history of the game this season?
Well, we might not have the answer. I mean, it's just, I mean, you can think about a lot of things. I mean, I just think these kids are good. I mean, you think the old adage, the harder the throw, the farther it goes. I mean, these guys are throwing really, really hard now, but these guys are seeing it year after year now, so they're used to it. The command isn't there. The command is not there anymore. You don't have any Greg Maddoxes and Glavins thrown anymore today. It's like it's all about power. And when the guys are thinking about throwing harder, they're not thinking about commanding the ball, commanding the zone, and the hitters are getting pitches to hit. And if you're as good as Aaron, all these young home run hitters today, I mean, look at what Bellinger's doing. I mean, Sanchez. I mean, what Stanton's doing is incredible. I mean, it's just you're going to get a pitch to hit. It's just a matter if you're going to be patient enough to wait for that mistake.
What's the home run you think of?
The home run I think of?
If you think of,
there's a lot of them.
But is there one that you still, and maybe it's not, the one that surpassed Roger Maris. Like, what one would you want shown on TV right now?
Well, I mean, I've always liked the one off the Randy Johnson Kingdom. I mean, that was a really good one. The fact is, the story about that, he and I played together at USC. That night he was, God, I don't know how many, he struck out, I think 17 or 18 that night, and he was dominating. And I remember the 3-2 pitch, and he left it right over the middle of the plate, and I hit it. It was one of those effortless swings.
Yeah.
Hit it, centered it. I knew I hit it well, started running, and then I get into those dugouts in the old Kingdom, and I looked over, and Randy tipped his hat to me. So that meant a lot to me. It just it was one of those things, one of the most dominant pitches that ever pitched in this game, and to have the respect to do that, to tip the hat to me about that. It's just, it's one of those ones that I always look back and always want to see.
The camera actually, I'm looking at it. The camera lost it. They couldn't even follow it. How high, how far you? Did you ever bring it up to unit? Yeah. Is that ever discussed when you get together with him?
No, I haven't seen him for many, many years, but I'm sure. I mean, another home run. Hey, another home run is off of Ora Hershiser in Cleveland, Jacobs Field, that hit the Bud sign. And when I worked for the Dodgers for 3 years over there, Ora would come down and he'd always talk about it. And that's funny. That day, Jim Thome sent me over a 12-pack of Buds. and he signed the packet, the 12-pack. He signed it, and I still have it to this day. And so it's pretty cool. So.
Hey, it's great to catch up with you, Mac. Hope the family's doing well, and hope to talk to you soon.
I really appreciate it, Dan. So thanks a lot.
That's Mark McGwire, Continental Tire Coach's Corner, the official tire of Major League Soccer. Soccer fans expect peak performance on the pitch, also demand peak performance on the street. That's why Continental has built a tire for what you do, no matter what you're doing. On-road, off-road, best-in-class wet braking, superb handling. Continental Tire, proud supporter of the Dan Patrick Show. Visit continentaltire.com for more.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.